Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Travos, and the gameplay you're seeing on screen is probably going to be a comeback gameplay of some kind, or some kind of entertaining gameplay. We don't really care about that right now. We're here to talk about anxiety and how to deal with it. So, as you guys know, or at least as you probably should know, I am a top free runner, and I love to play free run. Now, there's a lot of anxiety that goes into it when doing very top runs, right? Now, if you're like me and you love to play Blackout, for example, and you're going on a run and you're 2 seconds ahead of your previous best or something substantial, and you're really excited and wow, you've done a really good job, and you get all the way to the Drakon part, which you thought you mastered, and you just fail it completely. You just mess up right at the end, and you're just flabbergasted because you should have had it, right? That's probably anxiety. You probably had anxiety problems. Now, for me, what has been very good in dealing with anxiety, well, obviously in this video, I'm going to be showing or sharing my experiences, obviously, of how to deal with anxiety. So take that with a grain of salt, but then again, I'm a top free runner, so yeah, I am kind of knowledgeable and reputable, so I don't know, take it as you will. But what I've found is really good for anxiety is to acknowledge it, right? A lot of people seem to just kind of ignore it. They're just trying to be like, no, I'm not anxious. No, that's not me. No, this can't be happening. Ah. And it makes you more anxious and more panicky and bad. You have to greet it. You have to say, hey, hello, anxiety. I acknowledge your presence, and now I'm moving on, because anxiety is a normal response, and it's healthy, and it's normal for me to have in this situation. There's nothing wrong. It's just, hello, anxiety. You're here. Okay, let's continue. That kind of thing. So you have to really acknowledge its presence. Like, don't obviously actually say out loud, like, hi, anxiety, nice to meet you. No, obviously not, but acknowledge its presence, right? Because then you don't cause that like waterfall of panic, right? You don't have that crazy emotional backup coming at you that will eventually cause your downfall, right? So as long as you acknowledge it and be okay with it being there, and sometimes you might struggle to be okay with that, because obviously anxiety is the emotion or the feeling of not being okay, right? But you have to learn to be okay with it. And then you will stop that cascading just waterfall effect where it just gets worse and worse, and it'll just kind of be stemmed there. It'll minimize the impact of it. But if you do this enough, I've found that you can even get to the point where you're not even anxious at all. Like if you played Blackout for so long, you might have been struggling at a certain point and being anxious at a certain point for very long, and then you just played it enough so that you're no longer anxious there, you're confident, right? Doing this strategy for acknowledging anxiety is very helpful to actually get rid of anxiety entirely. You get into the habit of not caring about anxiety, which then makes you just more confident in general. And this goes, by the way, for anything that causes anxiety, not just speed running or anything. It goes for everything in life. It's a very helpful little micromanaging tool for your life to be able to know, hey, I'm anxious. Like, that's it. That's all. Like, hey, look, I'm anxious right now. Just acknowledge it. It's very simple, but a lot of people seem to not do that. They kind of panic because of it. So remember, just make sure to be okay with it being there, right? And this comes up with public speaking, and like when confronting fears. just a lot of situations in life, so keep it in mind. But other than that, I really don't have anything else to say. So if there is more to the gameplay, I'll leave it running, because honestly I didn't plan for a gameplay because I'm such a terrible YouTuber. But yeah, if there's more to the gameplay, I'll let it keep running. And otherwise, it'll end here. So whatever the case, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.